Hi, I'm Lucy and welcome to Lucy's Light.
I like to feel the fresh air on my skin, and I'd like to breathe, and I'd like to live like every day could be my life.
In today's video I share hints, tips and ideas for how you can get into voluntary work and how you can campaign independently. I also hope that sharing my own experiences will inspire and show others you can still achieve despite your conditions. My regular followers will know I got an MBE for my services to young people with disabilities in the New Year's Honours 2016 at the age of 22, which is a huge achievement for someone of my age. I wanted to make this video because I regularly get asked by people how to get into charity work in a similar way that I do it, and I felt that this video would reach people better and I can share it with them and share it on social media to hopefully inspire and show others you can still achieve as well. So here are my tips, advice and ideas for getting into voluntary work, because you too can make a difference. Tip 1. Getting yourself out there. You need to really get yourself out there on the internet, and that way people will notice you. The great way to do this is through a blog or a vlog. So you share your passions and interests, you share yourself, and you really make a name for yourself in the work you want to do. And that can obviously get you noticed. People might see things, but also if you've got that content on the internet, when you go and apply for a role with a charity, you can then show them this work and say, look, this is the kind of thing I can do. So starting a blog or a vlog is a great way to get yourself noticed, but also to back up your claim that you can do different things for a charity. It's a great way to earn your place on a charity because they can see your work that you've done already and see what your talents and your interests are. My blog has certainly helped my charity work, with my blogs being reposted on the e-hospice website because they were relevant to their work, and really it just helped back up my claims that I could do things. Tip 2. Go out and seek opportunities. Opportunities won't always come to you, so you need to go out and look for them. This can be through the internet, through social media, contacting charities. You need to ask. If you don't ask, you won't get. So you need to really get out there, make yourself known, make a name for yourself, and the more you do, the more notice you will get, the more opportunities that will come your way. Through Together for Short Lives, I got a lot of opportunities initially through them, but then when people knew about me through Together for Short Lives, they were asking me to do other projects. So you really have to go out there and be prepared to find opportunities, contact charities, find out if there's anything you can do. So select charities that share your interests and your passions and are doing work that you want to get involved with, and write to them and tell them, I can do X, Y, Z, I can write, I can speak, I can appear in videos, I can campaign, I can fundraise, whatever you want to do for that charity, let them know exactly what you can do and contact them, because if you don't know who you are and they don't know what you want to do, they're never going to get in touch with you. So you have to go out and seek the opportunities. Don't get disheartened or cross if you do not get selected for a role. Simply ask them to keep your details and think about you in future if ever there was a role that you were suitable for. Always turn it into a positive and end on a good note. Tip 3. Work hard. You'll never get anywhere in the voluntary world if you don't work hard. Charity work is very hard work. You have to make sure you've got the time and energy to dedicate to your role. I myself have 7 roles, so I've got to dedicate a lot of my time, and rarely do I get a day off working. I'm always doing something. So you must be prepared to do it, even when you feel like you don't have anything to give. You've got to get up and do your work for that charity. So it needs to be something you're passionate about. It needs to ignite a passion in you that will give you the determination to keep doing it even when you haven't got the energy. And it is hard work, and there's nothing worse than being selected for a role and then someone not fulfilling that role or not doing anything to help the charity or its aims. What's the point of you having that role then? What's the point of you being with that charity if you're not actually going to fulfil your duties? So it's very important that you select roles that you can physically and emotionally and mentally cope with, because it is very demanding. So you need to work within your limitations. Obviously, if you're ill, you've got limited amount of energy, so you've got to make sure you've got enough energy to give to that charity through the busy times and the quiet times. Tip 4. Even when you're not physically working with a charity, you need to remember you are representing them in your everyday life. You need to watch what you post on social media, as anything that could have a detrimental effect on the charity or its reputation cannot happen. It just simply can't happen. You've got to represent the charity well in your everyday life and watch what you post. There's nothing worse than misrepresenting a charity. Tip 5. Have fun. Stay passionate. Do things you enjoy. Work within your limitations, not against them. Charity work is a very enjoyable thing to do. And if you're not enjoying it, you're doing the wrong thing. So you must remember to have fun. Enjoy your position on the charity. Enjoy the job you're doing. and always make sure that you can give your all to the role. You know, it should be fun, it should be enjoyable, and it can be very enjoyable. I love my charity work. It gives me so much satisfaction and so much pleasure out of making a difference. And that's why I do it, because I enjoy it. I don't do it for recognition. I do it because it makes me feel good and it makes me feel better. So always do something that you're happy with and fun and it's enjoyable and you're doing something that you really enjoy. That's the most important thing. I hope this is a useful video for you all and you will enjoy it and take on board what I've said and go out there and do some voluntary work. Remember that voluntary work comes in all shapes and sizes. Work within your limitations. You know, I can't do hands-on volunteering. I couldn't go and help in a care home or help at a day centre or anything like that. But I do my bit. I've made a career out of my voluntary work. And I've done a lot of charity work, I've done a lot of voluntary work, and that is my life. Charity and voluntary work is so rewarding. You won't regret doing it. It gives you so much satisfaction and pleasure to be making a difference for others. And it doesn't matter who you are, whether you're poorly or well, you can still do your little bit for charity. And I encourage anyone anywhere, to try and get into voluntary work, even if it's only a couple of hours a week. You can choose what you do, there's so many roles, but just do it. It makes such a big difference, and it is a really, really lovely thing to do, to make a difference for other people. You can't say more than that. If you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments below and I will endeavour to answer them as soon as possible. Thanks for watching Lucy's Light. Take care and happy volunteering.
And I'd like to breathe.